Hi, my name is Muhammad Fikri Benzamani. Today, I will presenting about relationship between customer satisfaction and attitudinal loyalty to facilities in fitness center in Kuala Lumpur. First slide. We know that exercise is very important in daily life because we want to stay healthy. Exercise can do in everywhere, either indoor or outdoor. But in this study, the researcher want to focus on indoor exercise, which is in fitness center. Okay, for background of the study, from the title, customer satisfaction is the DV, defined as customer opinion toward service or product, cited by Hani 2019. Means that customer satisfaction is very important, and how customer will be satisfied depends on experience that customer get from the service. Okay, for the IV, which is attitudinal brand loyalty, defined as commitment by the customer to a brand, product, or service, cited by Mehmet 2016. Good fitness center can build attitudinal brand loyalty from customer, which is from the service that fitness center provided. We go to the statement of problem. We have three crucial problem, which is for the first one is ambience and lightning problem, cited by Mehmet 2016. Fitness center temperature was a topic that are discussed in this problem. Since the temperature level is well regulated, both customer took part in the physical activity. This problem crucial because it's affected on customer satisfaction. For the second problem is customer are not loyal to one place, cited by Potjani 2019. Past researchers suggest that top management of fitness center need to enhance the level of service to make sure customer feel satisfied and want to stay in this fitness center. For the last problem is facilities location problem, cited by Olukani 2020. This crucial when customer always complain there was no car park. Uh, this the all problem are very important and crucial, especially for owner to take action and to make sure the customer will satisfy and loyalty to facilities or service that have provided in their fitness center. Okay, we go to the research objective. We have 4 research objectives. For the first and second is identify the incidence of customer satisfaction and identify incident of attitudinal loyalty. For the third objective, investigate the relationship between customer satisfaction and attitudinal loyalty. For the fourth objective is to investigate gender differences of attitudinal loyalty. Okay, we go to the significance of the study. This study is about customer satisfaction and attitudinal loyalty to facilities in fitness center Kuala Lumpur. This study actually will help the owner of fitness center to know their strength and weakness of their fitness center. At the same time, we can give advantage to improve their service on the customer. Okay, this is a literature review. For demographic profile, researcher have 3 item, which is age, gender, highest educational level, and marital status. For independent variable, which is attitudinal loyalty, divided into 3 domain, which is cognitive loyalty, affective loyalty, and cognitive loyalty. For dependent variable, for customer satisfaction, we go one by one. For attitudinal loyalty, defined as commitment to regularly repurchase or return back a preferred product or service in the future, cited by Al-M Salam 2015. In other words, attitudinal loyalty is the positive feeling toward a brand and dedication to repurchase or use the same product or service. For customer satisfaction, defined as determining the degree to which the actual performance of a product or service has met the expectation of the customer, cited by Whitman 2016. Means that customer will satisfied if the outcome of the product or service meet their expectation. We go to the first domain, which is cognitive loyalty. defined as employees are rational in their belief under cognitive loyalty and logical in their decision, cited by Ifeyinwa 2017. Their loyalty based on what they are going to earn. Okay, for the second domain, which is effective loyalty, defined as refer to feeling of linking part of the brand, cited by Vele 2018. Is referring to favorable attitude toward the brand. For the last domain, which is cognitive loyalty, defined as a behavioral intention to repurchase or deeply held commitment to buy the brand in the future, cited by Khalid 2016. Cognitive loyalty described as internal desire to repurchase a certain brand. Okay, for research design, researcher use quantitative method, which is this method emphasize the numerical analysis of data collection by Google Form questionnaire to the sample group. Okay, for sampling, the population is the customer, which is the membership of Fitness Center Kuala Lumpur. Population size is about 700 and the sample size by refer the Critchley and Morgan table is 248. Researcher must add to 20% from the size of population, which is 300, to avoid from unwritten questionnaire. This is the table, which is Critchley and Morgan table that researcher used to get the sample size. Okay, a researcher use probability sampling, which is simple random, which is fishbowl technique. Fishbowl technique means researcher choose some of their target randomly as a sample. For example, in the study, researcher list down all fitness center in Kuala Lumpur, and then researcher just choose some of fitness center randomly. So researcher just collect the data from fitness center that they was choose. Okay, in the study, the researcher choose TPM Technoflat Gym, Fitness Resource Seni Berhad, Arena Cardio Bank Rakyat, Celebrity Fitness Bangsa Village, and Enrich Fitness Gym. All of these fitness center are located in Kuala Lumpur. Okay, for instrument, questionnaire is by Allen and Myers, 1990. For this questionnaire are divided into 3 sections. For section A is demographic profile. Have 4 questions, which is 4 items, which is gender, age, highest educational level, and marital status. Okay, for section B is attitudinal abnormality by Allen and Meyer, 1990. Have 3 domains, which is cognitive, affective, and cognitive ability. In this section, have 14 questions, and Cronschbach alpha for each domain. Cognitive is 0.85, affective 0.87, and cognitive 0.86. Okay, for section C is customer satisfaction by Crosby and Stephen, 1987. Have 4 questions, and the Cronschbach alpha is 0.94. For section B and section C are using 7-point Likert scale. Okay, we go to the data collection procedure. For the first is ethic approval, means that only data that have get ethic approval can be used. For the second is ask permission to the research from supervisor or FSR, means that researcher need to get permission letter from FSR so that the organization that we want to collect the data know that we are student from UiTM. And the third is bring the analysis and questionnaire sample briefing, which is in the Google Form questionnaire. The researcher already put the information about the questionnaire so that the respondent know about the objective of this questionnaire, of this study. And therefore, is distribute questionnaire to the sample and then collect the questionnaire and check the data. The data has been checked, will be analyzed based on the research objective. Okay, for the data analysis, this is the research objective that match with the data analysis. For the first and second research objective for descriptive statistic, and the third objective, which is investigate the relationship between customer satisfaction and attitudinal variability using Pearson correlation. And then for race objective, which is gender differences, we'll use independent test. Okay, for the result, for the first is research objective 1 to identify the incidence of customer satisfaction. This table show the highest mean score was on you have positive feeling about this fitness center, which is mean 6.49, and standard deviation is 0.602. And the lowest mean score was on you have favorable opinion of this fitness center, which is mean 0.24, and standard deviation is 0.573. For the second result was on incident of attitudinal variability. Highest mean score was on I think I owe a lot to this fitness center as long as I'm a member of this fitness center, which is means 6.27, standard deviation 0.69. And the middle highest mean score was on if I get an offer to go to another better fitness center, I will feel guilty for leaving this fitness center, which is mean 6.12, and standard deviation 0.72. For the lowest mean score was on I really feel as if this fitness center problem are my own, which is a mean 5.28, and standard deviation is 1.191. Okay, for the third result, which is a relationship between customer satisfaction and attitudinal variability, this table show the result for Pearson correlation. This table show they were positive moderately correlated. Hence, there is a significant relationship between customer satisfaction and attitudinal variability. For the first is to investigate the gender differences, which is research objective 4. This table shows the result of Mann-Whitney test when the researcher checked the normality of data was non-normal. We conclude that p-value for cognitive, affective, and cognitive, which is attitudinal variability, more than 0.05. So hypothesis is accepted and the null hypothesis is failed to reject. Okay, for discussion, for research objective 1, the results show consistent from previous researcher that stated positive feeling in customer satisfaction is higher than pleased, satisfied, and favorable opinion cited by Se Junling 2006. Customers who are satisfied and have high positive feeling with the service provided by the fitness center are likely to be effectively attached to the service experienced in the gymnasium sector. For the second is for attitudinal variability, the result is different with the previous study of fitness center in South Korea when the highest mean score was on if I get an offer to go to another better fitness center, I will feel guilty for leaving this fitness center, which is affective loyalty, cited by Se Junling 2006. This is because affective loyalty plays important role in provide a good expectation, such as good attitude toward fitness center in South Korea to have positive feeling and good attitude toward brand loyalty. Okay, next is for relationship between customer satisfaction and attitudinal loyalty. This result has supported by Park 2016 says that many researchers have provided empirical evidence of a positive relationship between customer satisfaction and attitudinal loyalty. In this study, there is significant relationship between customer satisfaction and attitudinal loyalty to a fitness center in Kuala Lumpur. For the last is investigate gender differences of attitudinal loyalty. This study was same and show consistent with past study when they reported that attitudinal loyalty, which is cognitive loyalty, affective loyalty, and cognitive loyalty, has mentioned that the male gender are more high than female in influence customer to repeat use the service, cited by Merlos Van Esperen 2017. This result show that there was no significant difference between gender of attitudinal loyalty to a facility in fitness center Kuala Lumpur. This is the reference that researcher used to support detail in this study. And the appendix, approval letter from FSR and get stamp permission from fitness center in Kuala Lumpur. That's all from me. Thank you.